Welcome to Episode 6 of Adam's Insights. Join Natomis in the Library of Congress 2025, where the black stone tablet opens a portal to the Cave of Regret. Guided by Set, the god of chaos, and his white owl, Natomis confronts his past mistakes to find wisdom through reconciliation. Prepare for a transformative journey into the heart of truth. Hashtag Cave of Regret.
Library of Congress, Washington, D.C., mid-May 2025, 7:09 p.m. In a secluded corner of the Library of Congress, twilight filters through a dusty window, casting faint shadows. Natomis sits on an old wooden chair, its floral-carved legs creaking under his weight. The walls, lined with shelves heavy with manuscripts and leather-bound books, exhale the scent of aged paper and dry ink, like portals to forgotten worlds. A tarnished brass desk lamp with a cracked green glass shade casts a dim yellow glow, painting wavering shadows on the scratched wooden table. In the Thomas's hands rests the black stone tablet, palm-sized and glossy as a midnight mirror. Its hieroglyphic carvings, interlocking circles, a hexagonal eye, the radiant sun of self-awareness, silver wings of forgiveness, a divided circle of self-acceptance, and the ankh of patience, pulse with celestial blue light, like veins of secret life. The ankh fades gently, leaving a quiet glimmer in his brown eyes, like a still lake reflecting a starry sky.
Natomis, his wavy black hair falling over his forehead, his gray crumpled shirt and torn jeans oddly out of place in this temple-like archive, gazes at the tablet. His heart beats with a balanced rhythm, yet the lessons of self-awareness, forgiveness, self-acceptance, and patience have sparked a deeper curiosity. The air is heavy with the scent of dry paper and ancient ink, the silence enveloping the room like a velvet curtain, broken only by a faint hum from the tablet, as if unseen spirits whisper their secrets.
Natomis, his wavy black hair falling over his forehead, his gray crumpled shirt and torn jeans oddly out of place in this temple-like archive, gazes at the tablet. His heart beats with a balanced rhythm, yet the lessons of self-awareness, forgiveness, self-acceptance, and patience have sparked a deeper curiosity. The air is heavy with the scent of dry paper and ancient ink, the silence enveloping the room like a velvet curtain, broken only by a faint hum from the tablet, as if unseen spirits whisper their secrets. "You've shone as an unquenchable light, Natomis," the owl says, its voice calm, yet carrying a warning tone. "But even the wisest knight bears shadows in his soul. The cave of regret holds your unacknowledged mistakes. Your guide, the Lord of Chaos, will reveal the truth through the fall. Will you enter the cave to face your distorted mirrors? Those who flee their shadow lose their light." Natomis grips the tablet tightly, his heart pounding with resolve and unease. "My mistakes? I thought I'd made peace with them," he says, his voice tinged with doubt. But the owl flutters its wings, and a warm vortex pulls at his consciousness, leaving his body in the archive and carrying him through time's fissures to another realm. Cave of Regret, time beyond time. Natomis awakens in a dark cave, its black stone walls adorned with distorted mirrors, reflecting twisted images. Natomis angry, hesitant, and erring. The air is heavy with the scent of smoke and dampness. At the center, a stone altar holds a broken scale and a tablet with a sleeping falcon, its gold and black feathers glowing faintly. From the shadows emerges Set, his desert wolf head fierce, his red robe flowing like flame, and his fiery eyes piercing the soul. He holds a jagged staff etched with glowing fire symbols.
I am Set, Lord of Chaos, teacher of the fall, he says, his voice a growl laced with laughter. The cave of regret is your soul's depths, where your mistakes are imprisoned. These mirrors reflect your shadows. Will you face them, or cling to the broken scale? Let me share my story, my journey as truth's revealer, to guide you. The owl appears on the altar, the scent of smoke intensifying, as if the cave itself breathes.
Set's tale. I am Set, god of chaos, lord of storms, revealer of truth through the fall. My robe is chaos's flame, my staff truth's fire. Born to challenge order, my fall taught me wisdom. I battled Horus, coveting Osiris's throne. I was blind to strength, but Horus's eye exposed my weakness. Defeated, my loss awakened me. I learned chaos is not an end, but a gateway to truth. As a god, I challenged, fell, and learned. As a sage in the brotherhood of the wise, I wove symbols of regret into the black tablet. The sleeping falcon symbolizes the waiting soul. The broken scale reflects inner justice, and the Ankh holds renewal. Your trial, Natomis, is your heart's mirror. Regret reveals, and acknowledgement frees.
My values are the fabric of my being. Reconciliation with mistakes. Acknowledgement turns regret into wisdom. When you faced your shadows, you showed Isis reconciliation. Isis taught me compassion anchors wisdom, and I teach you to confess. Truth, my staff. Facing truth frees the soul. Osiris taught me forgiveness lifts order, and I teach you to be honest. Transformation, my fire. Mistakes birth renewal. When you stepped forward, you showed Sekhmet's transformation. Sekhmet taught me strength needs mercy, and I teach you to transform. Balance, my scale. Self-repair restores justice. When you mended, you showed Bastit's balance. Bastit taught me patience paves wisdom, and I teach you to balance. My knowledge was born from chaos and renewal. I know the symbol's secrets. The sleeping falcon holds the soul. The broken scale mirrors the self. The Ankh carries life. The black tablet is a map of the soul. Its symbols, circles, the eye, the falcon, are keys to wisdom. I, with Isis, Osiris, Sekhmet, and Bastet, wove these symbols into the Brotherhood's tablets to guide seekers like you. My thoughts were shaped by fall and rise. From Isis, I learned compassion anchors wisdom. From Osiris, I learned forgiveness lifts order. From Sekhmet, I learned that strength needs mercy. From Bastet, I learned patience paves the way to wisdom. I learned that maturity is born from silence. I believe every soul carries a mirror where mistakes are lessons and the wise confess.
The trial of the cave of regret. Set points to the mirrors. Face your shadows, and the falcon will awaken. 3 distorted shadows reflect Natomis's mistakes, each a deep regret. The first, an angry Natomis who wounded a friend with harsh words, shouts, "You are this anger! You can't escape it!" But Natomis looks to Set, standing by the altar, his fiery eyes gleaming with challenge. "I'll confess my mistake. My anger was weakness, but it was a lesson," he says, placing his hand on the mirror, feeling regret dissolve like a shadow. "I'll listen to you, but my mistake isn't my identity," he adds calmly. The sleeping falcon glows faintly gold, and the shadow fades.
Set nods, his staff glowing red. The mistake is a teacher, Natomis. The broken scale shows true justice comes from insight, not perfection. Those who fall and rise find truth. The owl, now on the altar, whispers, "Regret is a mirror, Natomis. Look at it honestly. Change is the only path to growth." The second shadow, a hesitant Natomis who missed an opportunity through fear, murmurs, "Your hesitation is your weakness. You'll stay stuck." Natomis steps toward the broken scale, feeling lightness in his heart, as if the cave breathes with him. "I'll listen to you, but my hesitation taught me courage," he says, eyes fixed on the falcon. Its eyes glow gold, and the shadow vanishes, as if honoring his faith.
The third shadow is the hardest. A Natomis who denied his error, claiming perfection, shouting, "You're not wrong, you're perfect!" But Natomis looks to Set, who raises his staff as if unveiling the truth. "I'm not perfect, but my mistakes lead to wisdom," he says with confidence. He places his hand on the altar, feeling a warm pulse from the falcon tablet. The broken scale suddenly balances, and the cave glows with golden light, forming the final symbol, a golden lion and silver owl standing over an awakened falcon, encircled by light. The falcon opens its eyes, flapping its wings, scattering golden sparks. The cave blazes with a ring of light, as if regret itself transforms into wisdom's dawn.
"You faced your distorted mirrors, Natomis," Set says, his voice echoing like fire, eyes shining with pride. "The sleeping falcon has awakened. Your mistakes are now lessons. Be the wise knight, bearer of error's wisdom. Reconciliation is wisdom's key. Those who confess their fall rise to light." He raises his staff, and a warm vortex carries Natomis back to the archive. Natomis regains consciousness in the archive room, his hand clutching the tablet. It glows with a new symbol, an awakened falcon, as a testament to his reconciliation with his past. The clock on the wall is frozen at 4:13, as if time itself honors his transformation. A new wisdom fills him, as if his soul is freed from regret's chains. The white owl, perched on the table, says, "Your reconciliation with mistakes is a key. Wisdom is born from truth." It flutters its wings and vanishes in a flash of light.
leaving Natomis with a sense of lightness, ready to embrace his legacy as a wise knight.
The path is clear. Like Natomis, face your mistakes, acknowledge your regrets, confess your errors, and transform them into wisdom. Each step forges your inner strength. Natomis's journey calls us to reconcile with our own mistakes. Reflect on a mistake you've learned from and share your story. Join us for the next episode of Adam's Insights. #ReconciliationJourney